December 9th, 2024. Today I went out to one, and in the office I heard someone talking quiet. Now this is funny. We all found out that agent isn't with FBI anymore. Okay? We all been listening to the cartel. We all know he didn't have the authority to ask her to stay quiet. He told all of us he was only acting that way to get the drug dealers. And we found out he's not even there anymore. And we've been listening to the cartel. No one's to say a word. Well, I heard people in Moscow say the same thing. Nobody found it funny when they found out that agent isn't even there anymore. And everybody's been listening to the cartel. They told you last year in Trinity Gospel that the drug cartel was running it. And they were taking turns paying for the harassment. And they hadn't even seen Will in a long time. Okay? December 9th, 21. 3 years ago today. At a Oakland apartment on Cleveland Avenue at 4 p.m. They told him all the tapes before were them and not me. And it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone would actually stop them. Same day, white man, bald, dark eyes, distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force on 9th Street in Canton. It's one of my guards doing the case. Came out and said, we always knew that all the tapes before were them and not her. So we never said a word. Okay. All right. And then we're on Saturday where I was at Marshallville. Some girls behind me just talking. Some guy named Will tried to get a hold of me on the internet. Said he wanted to make it up to me. People had said he's a drug dealer and not to go out with him. He's a human trafficker, honey. He amnesia drugs women and rapes them. And you'll be lucky you don't get sold. I told him I didn't want to go out with him. Men and Bob Evans were talking. We all found out that agent isn't even there. And some guy named Will's trying to take people out. Oh, he's been taking people and children out for years. And he's a drug cartel, human trafficker. He uses amnesia drugs and rapes people. Or he's taking you out to sell you. Get the idea. So you don't know what happened to you. None of this is funny. Then I had some idiots walk behind my car. Now, what did that guy say? We all know John didn't have the authority to ask her to stay quiet. Walk behind my car. Now, they either call him John or Will. And said, well, we were all making fun of her because Will had, or they actually did say John. John said she wasn't allowed to say anything, so everybody was making fun of her. Why would you make fun of me? Because you're a rapist? Because drug cartel was drug beating, raping me and torturing me, crushing my skull and almost killing me in front of you? Huh? You're making fun of me because you're cartel? Exactly. Because normal people don't make fun of rape victims. It's sick. Do you not realize people know you're cartel? Yeah, because about a year ago, I was at a gas station. Went out to lines. Some guy said, they said the cartel was doing it. I watched them shawarma. I recognized several of them from the cartel. It is a cartel doing it. See, where that agent, when I called the hotline, okay, I had called the hotline. They drugged me up so bad I couldn't answer the phone when he was calling me back. I had to go to voicemail. Later on, woke up. I had to hold on to the wall to get to the bathroom, to get to the refrigerator. Got back in bed, listened voicemail. This is Agent da-da. Call me back. Fall back to sleep. I can't. Keep me so drugged up. Takes me about 3 days to get up and get outside. What's wrong with me? I feel drunk and I don't drink. It's a sign of an amnesia drug wearing off. It makes you sick. Got enough air in my face. Got a hold of one of my witnesses. Called her to see if she'd witness for me. Okay. Went out, bought a card, put that agent's number in, made an excuse to go down the mall, dropped it off at the mall, manager put it in the locker, went up to Apostolic Church of Barberton. He's up there telling on me. Haber's yelling at Dave for having an FBI agent in his office in front of hundreds of people. I walk off, and he's screaming, oh my God, I had an FBI agent in my office. He's right there. How dare you bring the FBI up here with threats on her life? Women, when I walk off, women walk up to me, she's being drugged, beaten, raped. I'm covered with bruises, been throwing up, almost passing out in a severe personal infection. And I've been blaming the dirty well water I'm showering in, and my heart sinking in my stomach. Went to the doctor, documented by all my family physicians for all the signs of being drugged, being raped, and nobody thought of a rapist. Okay? So, I go in and I sit down and they follow me again. He knows she's being drugged, beaten, raped. And he said he didn't care. For strangest baby lie of faking you were sick and faking you got well when it was a medication error. Because he thought it was following Tim and Katie. And it was Linda following her husband. And they thought it was me. And he had to make up a baby lie to get rid of me. A baby lie. And she was going to be faking she was sick and faking she got well while that family was grieving. 15-year-old baby lie. I want you to think about that. And if he didn't care what they did to her, and if she was going to be mean to their women, I found out it was Katie, Tim's girlfriend, Strange's son's mistress, and they're telling people that I was mean to her and I hadn't talked to her in years. Now think about that. I had to find out through the riffraff. She was going to be mean to their women. He was going to turn her back over to him. He told them he was going to defraud me. Dave comes in, let's go, threatens my life. On the way home, punches me, goes for a loaded gun. I put my hand on the console, goes back to punching me. I almost jumped out on the highway. Ran from him when I got home. Next day, I call him. I tell him someone told on me. Calls me a liar. I tell him about the guy that threatened to knife me at Giant Eagle. He calls me a liar. There's badgering laws. Obstructing justice, tampering with witnesses laws. Okay? I said, well, he tried to kidnap me before. And before I can say Terry Coakley's seen him, oh, come on now, I've met with that family in my office and all those church people, and I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick and faking you got well while that family was grieving. I really was sick. It was a medication error, medical malpractice. Almost killed me. And conspiracy to commit murder, an attempted murder, is a federal crime. His job was to arrest them, not make fun of a rape victim. That they're trying to murder. Aiding and abetting crimes makes him an accessory. I said I really was sick. Was there a camera above the bench when you heard that guy's voice? I don't know. You say you're lying or I'll put you in jail. Start screaming crazy crap at me about arresting me. Say it or I'll put you in jail. You hear me? It's like, fine, whatever. I found out the guy's a serial killer. Already killed my one co-worker, Lori's family member, and went on to take my house manager's niece. He's part of the Florida human traffickers. I let him go. Okay? Now I want you to say you were faking you were sick before. Well, that's ridiculous. I almost died from the medical malpractice. Took me 9 months to get one. I said I really was sick. Now it goes back to I met with that family in my office. I've met with all these church people. I know they're trying to kill you. So what was he supposed to do? He was to arrest them by federal law. Because the strangest baby lie made up 15 years before that. I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick and faking you got well while that family was grieving. It's like, look, I really was sick. You liar, you need to realize what you've done, and I don't blame him for trying to kill you. He actually says that. Like an investigator said, I listened to the recorded line, I almost fell out of my chair. He actually talks to her like that. I said, I really was sick. You say it or I'll leave you there. Well, they're going to try to kill me. So, you say it or I'll leave you there. Please don't let him kill me. Start begging for my life. Say it or I'll leave you there. It's like, fine. Just don't let him kill me. Why would the FBI help a person like you? It's a sworn duty. Okay? And I said, well, they're trying to kill me. So, they've tried to kill me. So, another agent says, well, we could always use Pete's tapes. I found out Pete is a drug cartel, a rapist. They were making fun of me for my rapist that Dave hired on his own that I've never met. Only Pete I knew was my brother Medina. I hadn't seen him in years. We could always use Pete's tape of Weird With Yourself, the shower scene in the other room. And the reason why Agent John didn't arrest him for making fun of him for falling for the stunt at tapes before it was only a stunt on June 7th, 23, publicly mocked him. He's no longer with the FBI. Haven't been with them since 18. He was gone from the FBI within 3 months. Cartel's been doing all this. Okay? That's why you didn't arrest him. He's not there. Okay? I said, what are you talking about? And they said something else. Now, I've never met him. I got sick on drinks in the room, would go dizzy and black, wake up hours later with bruises, throwing up, personally infected. I thought it was a dirty well water showering in, give me cancer. Or wake up with marks that look like injection marks. They tried to pull a fast one and try to say they had sodium pentothal reports and it was date rape and amnesia drugs. Okay? They even told people no man talked to her. No, he used true serum wrong said. No, they used date rape drugs instead. Amnesia drugs. They called them mind controlling drugs. They could control anybody for 4 to 6 hours. Okay? I said, what are you talking about? He said, I bet you're going to say you don't know anything about this doctor selling your information. There's HIPAA violations. None of my doctors could talk to him. There's another drug cartel guy. It's another scam. And it's another scam. That's all it is. Okay? It's another scam. Where December 31st, 23, Altman Hospital denounced them. My God, they had somebody impersonate a doctor from Altman Hospital selling people's information. The hospital could get sued, and my God, nobody's going to back those doctors from before. They were all lying so bad. They said she had brain tumors, and there was nothing wrong with her, but her muscles locked up, and they cost everything else. With the medication error, nobody's going to back people lying and ripping them off and making them sick. And the cops walked by, all those doctors were lying before? Yes, it was a medicine making them sick. It's documented in 2002 and proven in 2003. Okay? I said, what are you talking about? Well, I had some lady use my insurance for like 15 years, and I got stuck with her copays, and I used to fight it out with the hospitals, and because you didn't have to show ID, we got stuck with the copays. She ran up tens of thousands of dollars worth of bills. More than likely, Dave was cheating on me, and it was one of his side girlfriends, realizing how much he was cheating on me. Okay? Alright. I thought maybe it was one of her. No, it's just some drug cartel guy bullshitting him. Okay? I said, what are you talking about? Stop, she don't know. Give me a real reason. Well, I tell him about my brother-in-law Craig that died working for the government. He asked me if I talked to any law enforcement about threats on my life. I said, the only 2 cops I've ever talked to. I had a light and security system, 8/8/18, midnight. They came out and they told me it looked like an alien orb, angry spirit, and told me to buy a dog and let a dog handle it. They don't want bothered up here. You're kidding, right? I said, matter of fact, I've never even had my neighbors in my home. I've had repair guys and family. Insulation guys. Is that what's going on? And then he offers to take me and leave me with no money somewhere. And then he offers me, if I agree to get information on Dave and the churches, he'd open an informant program. It comes with $5,000 a month. I'm opening an account today. Okay? You have a life of peace. It's in a format. Nothing legally stated, dated against you again. And only for you and only for you would we ever do this for. We'll always put it back as if it never happened. You can't be legally charged again for ever working this case. And you have that money to live on. Admit to no wrongdoing, and I'll take care of everything in the end. But if you try to tell someone else you're crazy and no one help you, 14th Amendment, you cannot withhold protection. You cannot seize somebody's money